Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Michael and we're going to be getting right back into some more Reddit stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's begin. This story was posted by a user named Sunflower in the relationship advice subreddit. The post is titled, "I took off my engagement ring after 12 years with my fiance. I think I'm done with him. I am 30 years old and have been with my fiance, who is also 30, for 12 years. We met in school, got engaged 2 years ago, and have a 5-year-old daughter together. He is a kind man at heart, but he is a workaholic. Over the past few years, he has become increasingly consumed by work, often staying up late, waking at 3 in the morning to work again, and falling asleep on the sofa most nights. I have asked him for help repeatedly, but nothing changes. I work full-time, study in the evenings, exercise to manage stress, and I am the default parent, handling every routine, every meltdown, every bedtime, and every household task. He promises to help and then simply does not follow through. For example, the other night he said he would put our daughter to bed. At 9:30, I found him snoring while she watched cartoons on his phone after he gave her chocolate before bed. She was wide awake until 10:30 and I had to take over again. Last night, I broke down crying. He asked me if I wanted to talk. I said no. I was too exhausted to speak and he just went to sleep on the sofa again. I came downstairs after studying, saw him still asleep, dishes not done as he promised, and quietly took off my engagement ring and left it on the table. This morning, I received a long message from him. He says he now truly sees the damage, that he has been emotionally shut down because of his own trauma, that he has been in a dark place and has been taking me for granted. He says he will go to therapy, change the way he works, show up better, and is asking for 30 days to prove himself. Now, I am torn. Part of me wants to believe him. It is everything I have wanted him to say months ago, but another part of me feels like it is too late. I have been holding it all together alone for too long. I am tired, hurt, and honestly unsure if I even want to try anymore. So I need advice. Can people really change after years of emotional absence? Has anyone tried a trial period like this? Did it help or just delay the inevitable? How do I protect myself and my daughter emotionally if I do give him this time? I am not wearing the ring anymore. I have not promised anything. I am just trying to figure out if there is anything left worth saving or if I have already outgrown this version of us. Thank you for reading. Any insight or experience is deeply appreciated. Edit, thank you for all the responses so far. I just wanted to answer a few common questions that keep coming up. Does he work extra hours because we need the money? No, we could live off my salary alone. We have everything we need, a house with a low mortgage, no car payments, and no major debts. His extra hours do not bring in extra pay as he is salaried. He is a project manager at a large corporate firm and is working toward yet another promotion. He is a yes man at work, always overextending himself even when it means logging on in the middle of the night. He says it is for the family, but the truth is, it is about career ambition and people pleasing. Have I helped him with his trauma? This is the first time he has ever opened up about trauma. I knew his childhood was a bit rough, but for years he insisted it did not affect him. Now, suddenly, it is being named as a reason for his emotional disconnection. I am not minimizing it. I understand trauma is real, but until now, it was completely buried and never discussed. Have I brought this up before? Yes, over and over. I have told him clearly, calmly, even desperately what I needed. He always says he is helping by working so hard. And if he does the dishes or takes our daughter to bed once in a while, he wants a medal. He genuinely believes he is doing enough because his intentions are good, but good intentions do not carry a household. Context on my life and career. I work in a law firm, which is often very stressful, and I am currently preparing for my FE1 exams, which are the Irish equivalent of the bar. I could have qualified years ago, but I kept putting my own career goals on the back burner to support his. Every time he needed flexibility, space, or late nights, I gave it. I do not regret supporting him, but I do regret losing myself in the process. Update. Thank you to everyone who responded to my original post. Your advice and outside perspectives truly helped me see things more clearly. We were supposed to talk tonight, just one honest conversation to see if there was anything left to save. But he fell asleep while putting our daughter to bed and never came downstairs. There was no message, no effort. That moment confirmed what I have been feeling deep down for a while. I have been holding this relationship together by myself. I kept giving chances, getting my hopes up, and being let down every single time. To be fair, over the past 2 days, he did try. He was suddenly acting like the partner I had been asking for. He cleaned without being asked, made me coffee, which he rarely did, and sent me long apologetic messages. He acknowledged how much he has hurt me and even told me he booked a therapy session for Monday. But the truth is, I feel like it is too late. It took me reaching my breaking point for him to finally react. And even now, when we finally had a chance to actually talk, he fell asleep again. He will wake up in our daughter's bed and find the message I sent, telling him that I am done. At this point, I do not even want to speak to him, though I know I will have to. For the sake of our daughter, I am hurt, exhausted, and emotionally checked out. After 12 years together and 5 of those raising a child, I have reached a point where love has turned into resentment. I do not recognize us anymore. I know this will not be easy, but I also know it is necessary. I need peace. I need clarity. I need to stop trying to fix something that has been broken for far too long. Thank you again to everyone who helped me feel less alone in this. It meant more than you know. M's Porcelain said, "No one wants to be with someone who is more motivated by their absence than their presence." That one strikes a nerve. Party Seer Siad, there are stupid people and then there is this man. He loves his job more than anything, even at the expense of his family, and he is not even rewarded for his work. To this comment, user Desolate Cat said, "I have been working for 2 decades now. I am a dinosaur, and I've seen this over and over. Newsflash, working more unpaid hours does not guarantee a promotion. It just allows your managers to dump more work on you without giving you a raise. Why would they do otherwise when they see you saying yes to everything and not asking for anything in return? Otherwise, this turns into a carrot on a stick situation. I worked with someone like this before when I was still green. This man, at least he is single and without children, would literally sleep in the office under his desk. He would only go home to shower and would be back after an hour or so. No, we did not get paid overtime. He would take everybody else's tasks and show management how hardworking he was. To this day, decades later, I still do not know what he was trying to prove." This next post was made in the AITA subreddit by a user named Time Dragonfly. The post is titled, "I won't allow my sister to adopt a newborn. I am 22 years old and have been harassed by my parents and sister, who is 37 years old, for the past 4 days. My ex-girlfriend, who is also 22, had a baby about a week ago. We both had failed birth control. She kept telling me that she wanted this baby despite knowing I would only provide financially. We discussed abortion and adoption. I did not force her to choose either option. Now that the baby is here and in the neonatal intensive care unit, my ex is nowhere to be found. She has ignored all my calls and texts. Nothing has been posted on her social media. Even her parents cannot get in touch with her. One of the nurses handed me the car seat from my ex's car. My sister says she is willing to step up and adopt this baby. I am not comfortable with that because her husband, who is 47 years old, creeps me out. I do not have proof, but I feel like he is on some sort of list. So I found a nice couple who want to adopt this baby. They have been visiting us at the neonatal intensive care unit, getting to know me and spending time with the baby. I like this couple. My family does not because they want a closed adoption. Plus, the couple is 2 women and my parents are ignorant. The adoption will go through in a couple of weeks in case my ex shows up. For now, they could be the legal guardians until all the legal matters get settled. Also, I took a paternity test and am the biological father. Edit. I brought up some of the questions some of you had with the hospital liaison. I was not informed that my ex had asked about safe haven laws. I believe they were giving her or me a grace period to keep biological parents connected to their biological child. The couple was found with the help of hospital staff. They were looking to adopt another newborn, but that fell through. I was very vocal with anyone who would listen that I was not going to be a good dad and that I needed help with the options I had. The reason I believe her husband is on some sort of list. I was 15 when I met my sister's husband. He would give me looks that made me feel uncomfortable. He also tried to get me alone with him, so I would try to stay around my mom all the time when he was around. I refused to go to their house for any holidays. This has made my parents upset with me for years. I told my mom how I felt when I was younger, and she brushed it off. Update: the police have found my missing ex. She was checked out by medical personnel. I introduced her to the couple who want to adopt the newborn, and my ex agrees that they would be perfect parents. The newborn will be going home with the couple after being cleared to leave. The couple is also going to pick the baby's name. The adoption process is going to take a while. For now, they will have temporary guardianship over the newborn. We have already started the process. My ex and I have plenty of photos with the newborn and some with the couple. I am still no contact with my parents and told my sister that I believe her husband is a pedophile who was never convicted. She refuses to talk to me. I am working on repairing my relationship with my ex because I still love her. I am also working on repairing my relationship with her parents. She told me that it is okay to share the reason she took off. My ex said, "I called you when I started having bad contractions, but you never answered. I took that as you fully committing to not be around for this baby, and I got scared. Nobody was there. You were not there for me. I would have been there if I had answered that phone call. I did not answer because I was at work and did not know that she was going to give birth early. I feel terrible for putting her through that." Edit: you know what? I am going to be the asshole here and let my ex handle the situation now that she is back. Obviously, her choice is better since she is the mother. She can decide to continue with the guardianship process for later adoption or to raise the baby with my financial support only. I am wiping my hands of this situation and walking away. I am going to focus on myself. Good luck to her. Rude Yard said, "One of my best friends growing up had a stepfather like this. They had an awesome pool and we were not allowed to go swimming because we were not allowed to wear swimsuits or tank tops around him. Now that I am in my 30s, I realize how truly messed up it was, but I always stayed clear of him. Just bored too much said, thank God that baby is with that couple instead of these two adults in age, but not in behavior. I hope they address their issues properly before getting into a relationship again." This final post was made in the ADHD Women subreddit by a user named Kathy Sometimes Draws. The post is titled, "I lost a diamond necklace my fiance bought me. I hate myself." It was a beautiful single diamond on a gold chain. I have not been wearing it because the clasp needed repairing. It has been in my bedside table for ages, but for some reason, the last time I had a clear out, I decided to move it to a safe place. We are getting married soon and I wanted to wear it for our wedding day. I have turned every single place that could be considered a safe place in our house upside down. It is not here. I have a horrible feeling the box has somehow ended up in the trash with the necklace in it. I hate myself so much, and I hate the lifetime of struggles like this that come with ADHD. I need a hug. Update: sorry I have not responded to your comments. I was really down yesterday, so I took some time away from my phone. I was not expecting to come back to over 100 comments. You are all extremely kind, and I feel comforted knowing it is not just me who has had things like this happen. A few prayers to St. Anthony have been said. I think it is really gone. I have a horrible feeling that I mistakenly put a bag with the box in the trash when I was doing a clear out. I can only take this as a learning experience, as I'm sure my fiance will, to never buy me small precious objects again. 2 months later, OP gave us an update. I had loads of lovely and reassuring comments giving advice on how to find it, telling me that it would show up and that even if I did not, I was not a bad person for this happening. Anyway, I am getting married on Friday and I found it today. It was hidden in a box behind a picture frame propped up on my windowsill. I had clearly thought that was a safe place to put it, but God knows why I thought I would be able to find it again. The irony is, the only reason I found it was because I was hunting around for a folder of photos that I now cannot find anywhere, which I had wanted to use for some last-minute wedding crafts, but I do not care about them now. I cannot believe that it showed up at all, let alone in time for me to actually wear it on my wedding day. I am so thrilled. I just thought I would share the update because I had so many nice comments on the original post, and at least some attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, nightmare stories have a happy ending. Edit: wow, thank you so much for the well wishes everyone. What a supportive community this is. Please be assured the necklace is now fixed and safely packed, ready for the big day, and is going straight back with the rest of my jewelry as soon as we get home, where it should have been all along. Also, I did find the photo album in the end. Surprisingly, it was not in the place where I thought the necklace might be. It was, however, in a place that I had already looked a couple of times. Oh dearie me. The big everybody said, "This woman is my soulmate." My GF and all my exes would enthusiastically agree. Obvious Lake said, "Always in the last place you look." Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video, and thank you also to partner of the channel, GamerSupps. Use code DLAM to support the channel and get 10% off of your purchase, link in the description. I'm sure many of you like me have a hankering for daily caffeine, so go check them out. Lately, I've been a big fan of Titty Milk and Acid Rain, but they've got dozens of other flavors for y'all to try out. Anyway, thanks again for reaching the end, and I hope you all have an amazing passage of the next 24 hours.